Today's show is sponsored by the Pittsburgh Opera, presenting the world premiere of Woman with Eyes Closed. Here's what you need to know. There's this gal named Mona. She realizes her son is an art thief who has stashed stolen paintings in her house. So she's got a decision to make. Does she give them back to the museum? Does she keep them? Does she turn her son in? Or does she destroy the evidence? This is all based on a real-life art heist, and Woman with Eyes Closed will keep you guessing until the very end. There are 5 performances, April 26th through May 4th. Learn more at pittsburghopera.org/woman. Hey CityCast, it's your host Megan Harris popping in to tell you about our new CityCast Pittsburgh Neighbors program. I know you've heard us talk about membership before, and many of you are already part of it. Thank you. Well, we've got a new name. We're calling it CityCast Pittsburgh Neighbors because we've heard that people who support CityCast Pittsburgh are people who care deeply about the city and want to make it better. They're just the kind of neighbors the city needs. We're also adding benefits. CityCast Pittsburgh Neighbors still have access to ad-free podcast listening and an exclusive weekly local events preview. But now you can also get regular events like happy hours with other CityCast Pittsburgh neighbors, local volunteering meetups, and other members-only events where we explore and better our city together. And you get to shout out a local business or nonprofit you love on the show and in the Hey Pittsburgh newsletter. For $10 a month, you can become a CityCast Pittsburgh neighbor today by going to membership.citycast.fm. That's membership.citycast.fm. We could not make this show without folks like you supporting it, and we are really excited for you to be a part of it. Today on CityCast Pittsburgh, one of our region's biggest and most beloved farmers markets, the Bloomfield Saturday Market, is opening back up this weekend, and dozens more are about to get rolling all over the city. So we're bringing back our conversation about market etiquette, like whether it's chill to ask questions or haggle, or like how the taste tests are really supposed to work. Grab your reusable tote bags because farmers market season is finally back in Pittsburgh. It's Tuesday, April 29th. I'm Megan Harris, and here's what Pittsburgh's talking about. Before we get to today's show, we do need to talk about one thing, about free stuff. Not the salsa or the lotion samples you're going to get at the farmer's market, although I do love that too, but the extra perks that you get for becoming a new CityCast Pittsburgh neighbor. You've probably heard us talk about that mug that you get if you sign up during our spring membership campaign. And yes, it is cute, it is diner style, and it's basically the hyper-local version of the New Yorker tote, and like way cooler if you ask us. But becoming a member gets you more than just a mug. For example, we have got 2 pairs of tickets to the Heinz History Center's brand new exhibit, Pittsburgh's Hidden History. And we got a sneak peek, Jens. It really does have everything, like whimsical floral couches and a wreath made of human hair, these stunning frilly outfits from yesteryear, and a collection of modern-day prison shivs. It is all their best and weirdest stuff from storage, and you and a friend can be entered to win a chance to check it all out for free. But that's only if you sign up for membership right now. This only applies to members, so if you already joined last week or last year, thank you. You are already in the game. Become our neighbor and get some free stuff at membership.citycast.fm. I'm with Christina Howell, the Executive Director of the Bloomfield Market and the Bloomfield Development Corporation, which opens for the season this weekend. Christina, congratulations.
Thank you.
How's planning going? Are you all set, or is this more of an up-to-the-minute thing?
It can be up to the minute. It really can. We have, 30-some chances to get the event right through the year, so that helps.
Yeah, Yeah, opening this weekend through November. How did you get started with the market? Were you already in a food space, or like a lot of us, did you just sort of land there?
I kind of landed there. I was on the board of the organization working in community development with another organization. When the board, we decided to see if we could take over a farmer's market in the neighborhood that wasn't doing well.
What kind of market would you say that Bloomfield is, or has become, during this 9-year tenure?
According to the Farmers Market Coalition, which is the National Farmers Market Advocacy Group, we are a flagship market, which means
Ooh,
that no, they have
it
categories.
sounds
Real
fancy.
exciting. It is. That means that we draw from well beyond our smaller service area. So we pull folks in from other counties, not just vendors, but customers as well on a regular basis.
I saw something that listed Bloomfield as a grower's market. What does that mean exactly?
It means that we strive to be a market where what you're buying um, is grown by the person who is selling it in terms of farmers and ranchers. Obviously, someone selling a pie isn't going to grow everything.
Right. What would you say is the hardest part about coordinating it all? Because there's so many moving pieces.
Um, wow. I would have to say the site planning continues to be the hardest piece for every market manager I've ever worked with or for myself. It's just such a difficult task of, folks want to be next to somebody they work well with and they like. They want to expand their business to more stalls. Somebody's leaving. We want to bring in new people. We
So
need
it's
to
literally like the nuts and bolts of who is positioned where and where in the space, that kind of thing.
Yeah, who needs to be off of a slope because it'll affect how their eggs cook on their griddle,
What?
you know, yeah, all kinds of stuff that you don't think about. There's so many different things that we have to factor in.
One new feature I saw, or new to me feature at least, is a phone number I saw that is being talked about on Instagram at least, that folks can text if they experience harassment in the market. Is that something that has been happening for customers or vendors?
I think like any large public space, harassment is very possible at any given time. We know that we have had an instance or maybe two, but either one, I know that anything that we've had reported to us, we've dealt with quickly. And our current market manager, Heather Hannes, really has brought an intersectional anti-racism, anti-bias lens to our market. So she's really working on how to create a safe space that feels safe for people as well, isn't just safe. We want to make sure they know they have people behind them if they experience something, and if they don't want to out themselves about experiencing it this way, they can remain anonymous if they need to or want to.
Yeah. What's the mechanism then? What happens if someone texts the line?
It goes directly to the market manager, and she immediately starts thinking about what she needs to do to solve it. We will go to whatever vendor is the problem initially very quickly. But we want to also do it safely and make sure that we're not allowing anyone else to be targeted. So there have been instances where, we've thought maybe we should wait on something until the market ends. And then other things we haven't found out about until later. But as soon as we do hear about them, we do work through them.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like most everyone I know has had a really good experience at the Bloomfield Market. What would you say about the space brings you the most joy?
Oh my gosh. Just the people that come, all those people every week. So many different people coming out of the market, and everybody's so happy.
This episode is supported by Liberty Magic and its upcoming show, Malin Nilsson in Magic Unplugged. Magic is part of Malin's blood. She is a third-generation magician who's showcasing her skills as part of a laugh-out-loud and very theatrical performance. You'll experience handmade magic tricks, surrealism, and comedy, topped with raw onions and a pinch of confetti. If you want to see how raw onions fit into magic, well, you're just going to have to come catch the show for yourself. Malin Nilsson in Magic Unplugged is running now through May 4th at Liberty Magic, Pittsburgh's premier speakeasy that is all about the sleight of hand and elevating the art of magic. And if you're really adventurous, you should snag Skeleton VIP tickets. It gets you front row access and an exclusive meet and greet after the show. Get your tickets at trustarts.org/magic before they disappear. Today's show is supported by the Union Project and one of the city's coolest events all year long, the 2025 Mother of All Pottery Sales. It's all going down Saturday, May 10th from 10 to 4 in Highland Park, and you're going to see so many different kinds of pieces and styles. The artistry is just incredible. I've been looking at the vendors, and I have got my eye on these plates that incorporate stamped lace, which sounds like it might be dainty, except they also have bats and skulls on them. There are planters shaped like animals, mugs with all kinds of different fun, funky shapes, and some of them this beautiful bright glazing. There are jewelry and trinkets, sleek, earthy vases, and I am really digging these big, bright cereal bowls that sort of remind me of the smokier parts of the Appalachian Mountains. There really is something for everyone. More than 40 different ceramic artists will be there doing demonstrations, and you can even play with some clay yourself and sculpt a piece for the Union Project's temporary gallery. The Mother of All Pottery Sales is free to enter, but if you want extra shopping time and a smaller crowd, get yourself an early bird slot for just $20. That'll buy you an extra hour before the masses arrive at 11. Early bird shopping is truly one of my favorite forms of self-care. I cannot recommend it enough. Get your ticket and check out the full list of artists at unionproject.org. Today's show is brought to you by Aura Home. This Mother's Day, they say you can officially win the title of Best Gift Giver Ever, while also sharing what's going on in your world in a way that'll stick with your loved ones for years to come. And the secret is their Aura frame, named the best digital photo frame by Wirecutter. No exaggeration, all the mothers in my life have one of these things, and it's shockingly captivating. Like, I'll walk into the family room for something, catch a glimpse of a perfect day out with my family, a cute picture of my little cousins, and one of my all-time favorites is this old video of the family dog pogoing behind the door for treats, waiting for us to come inside. Every time this happens, I laugh because I did not mean to spend 15 minutes staring at this thing, but I did, and everyone in all of our households does this all the time. Aura has a great deal for Mother's Day. For a limited time, our listeners can save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off plus free shipping on their best-selling Carver matte frame. That's Aura, A-U-R-A, frames.com. Promo code CityCast. Please support the show by mentioning us at checkout and get yourself a discount. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi there, producer Sophia Lowe here, popping in with another plug for our spring membership campaign. You can become a CityCast Pittsburgh neighbor for just $10 a month. And I know, some of you are definitely wondering why you should pay for a product that's already free. And I get it, because if I'm splurging, I want to spend my $10 on coffee that's just for me. No one else is getting a sip. But with our new membership revamp, I really do think we have a lot to offer. We've got a members-only happy hour coming up next month where the first drink is on us, plus that mug we've been hyping up all week. And now we're also doing a giveaway, so you could win a pair of tickets to the Heinz History Center and check out their newest exhibit, Pittsburgh's Hidden History. And you can't really put a price on looking at Napoleon's death mask, then turning around and seeing the green vampiress from Kennywood. But, if we had to do the math, all of that, give or take, is like a $60 value. And not to mention our other perks like ad-free listening and a bonus events email each week. We depend on all of you, so we really hope you'll want to support this show and make sure it's here for years to come. But we are also the very nice neighbor who's going to, metaphorically, return your Tupperware full of cookies. So if you want museum tickets and the joy of supporting local journalism and feeling more connected to your community, sign up at membership.citycast.fm. That's membership.citycast.fm. Thank you so much, and now back to farmers markets.
So I wanted to bring you a few questions that people might be too nervous or intimidated or embarrassed to ask on site. We're talking, of course, about the Bloomfield spot, but hopefully these suggestions would be applicable to any farmer's market. Are you ready?
Yes.
Is it okay to ask the farmers or vendors or ranchers questions?
Yes, absolutely.
Like if you're not sure what something is, like how would you politely ask maybe what a piece of produce is or how to use it?
I want everyone to remember that they are there because they want that direct interaction with the person that's buying it. So I would just ask, like, what is this thing? But yeah, no, they love to be asked questions about that stuff. I think all of them love to teach people about what they do.
Yeah. What if it seems like they're really busy?
I would still ask.
Okay.
They just might not have much time to tell you about it.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is, they can tell you real quick and maybe even have somebody jump in. A lot of our vendors do have employees that work with them, so they do have some help to help people jump in.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite icebreakers yourself?
I've never encountered a vendor that doesn't like sharing, but I'll usually ask them, what's your favorite easy way to enjoy this thing?
An easy way. I like that.
Yeah, because especially if it's something I'm not familiar with, I don't want like a huge multi-step recipe. Like I want something pretty simple that is going to be really hard for me to mess up.
Good call. Is there any right way or a right place maybe to get started within the market, like to navigate it?
Not really. Our market in particular has multiple different entrances all around the parking lot. But I think most markets have multiple ways in and out, and also don't often have great maps or lists of vendors. And one of those reasons is like we want you to go to our website and see the vendors that are on there, click through, check their websites out. But also we want you to discover other vendors and people you might not. So part of the fun is a little bit of exploration, those first few markets.
Yeah. Is there a particular way that you shop, like a product or a service that you go to first and then maybe check out something else? What's your expert take?
If I'm getting eggs or anything that could get ruined by being on the bottom of a bag, I get that last. So or I'll get it and set it aside somewhere, like go over to the information tent.
Yeah, I feel like waiting till it's last is brave because eggs and other things tend to go fast.
Yeah, and that's something you can do. You can always purchase it and ask the person to keep it behind their stand for a little bit while you finish shopping, or you could take it over to the information tent. There's almost always a booth by whomever is running a farmer's market. You can almost always ask them if you can leave your stuff there while you shop. That's also great when you're buying like a watermelon that you fall in love with, and then you still have 10 places to go, and you don't want to carry this giant watermelon.
Are you still quoting 30-year-old movies? Have you said cool beans in the past 90 days? Do you think Discover isn't widely accepted? If this sounds like you, you're stuck in the past. Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. And every time you make a purchase with your card, you automatically earn cash back. Welcome to the now. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard, based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
What about, because I know a lot of markets, of course, have like prepared foods, and even with produce, can you ask for samples if it's something you're unfamiliar with or, you want a taste of before you commit?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know that I've ever seen people deny samples unless it's something that really is hard to sample for someone, or it was during the pandemic when we actually didn't allow sampling then for those 2 years.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I think most vendors want questions, want to teach you about it, want you to try it, because how else do you find out you really like something?
Yeah. What about paying? Is it important to have cash, or do vendors accept maybe WIC or SNAP on site?
Yeah, so paying, there's a lot of different ways to do it. So
I've heard.
most vendors do accept credit or debit cards
Hmm.
for which they pay processing fees. So, cash is always going to be king, but realistically, we don't carry cash that much.
Yeah.
Many of our vendors, our farmers, do take WIC benefits and the senior farmers market program vouchers. And then all markets, I think in the city of Pittsburgh, if not in Allegheny County, take SNAP benefits. And then there's a SNAP matching program where for every $5 in SNAP benefits someone spends, they get $2 for free to spend on fruits or vegetables, produce.
Yeah. Well, and I guess kind of speaking to that frugality, is it appropriate to haggle in the market?
Generally speaking, the folks who come to the market kind of know what it's worth, and they are not there to make an enormous profit. Like they are putting it fairly low. This isn't like a big grocery store chain where an $11.50 head of cauliflower is ever going to happen, which we did see recently in a local grocery store.
Whoa.
It was wild. It was so expensive. We thought it was a joke. It was not a joke.
Oh, gosh. Are there any other big no-nos at the market, things that you should maybe not do if you want to be a good customer?
Keep your pet on a leash, even if it's cat or a ferret or whatever. And if you do have a pet and they make a mess somewhere, pick it up or come and get our help, and we'll happily help. It's more hard when we step in something because we didn't know it's there.
Oh, I bet.
And I think the only other one is that we had a lot of people in the last year or two wanting to ride through the market on bikes or scooters or whatever. And it's super dangerous. We have strollers and, again, leashes and people with assistive walking devices and so any market, anytime, please walk all of your wheeled things. I feel like roller skates would probably be okay.
It's close to walking. I can see that.
Yeah.
Are there any other questions that you get asked all the time that we can help folks be ready for?
Our biggest question is, where is a specific vendor? If someone doesn't see them immediately, they're scared they're not coming back. And we're like, no, vendors have days off too. Like, it's okay,
Totally.
They'll be back next week. But no, really, it's just about the location of where a vendor is.
Or if in Pittsburgh, I imagine probably where to park too. That's always top of mind for everyone.
Yes, we're really lucky that West Penn Hospital gives us the rental of the parking garage right next door. It's like 2 doors down. And so there's free parking in the parking garage while the market's open.
Oh, cool. I didn't realize that.
I know. It's hard to get the word out about that.
We're trying for you.
Thanks.
So when the doors open Saturday, doors, quote unquote, Saturday at 9 a.m., what's the first thing that you want to buy?
Oh my gosh. Probably, I think there's still going to be some asparagus. It's been cool enough. So I'm excited to see if anybody has asparagus. And I have everything I need except for kale for a pot of sausage kale stew. So I need kale. And probably I can't remember what it is. It's like the pumpkin seed bread from Mediterra Bread Company. That's my favorite bread.
Christina Howell is the executive director of the Bloomfield Development Corporation. The Saturday Market opens this weekend. It's 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 5050 Liberty Avenue and runs through November. We'll have a link to this year's vendors in the show notes. Christina, I wish I had known you when I moved here, but thank you so much for helping us navigate our way through the market.
Sure, anytime.
That is all for today here on CityCast Pittsburgh, and it is time once again for what is quickly becoming one of my favorite parts of the show every day, to shout out all the new CityCast Pittsburgh neighbors, including a whole bunch of y'all who joined over the weekend. Thank you to Diane J, Tina G, Ellen R, Evan R, Kristen T, Abba V, Susan H, Jerica B, Isha P, and Eugenie S. If you are listening and you haven't joined us yet, come to the Cool Kids table. We invite you to become a CityCast Pittsburgh neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. Come get your mug, get a chance at some free Heinz History Center tickets, and help keep us in business so we can keep bringing y'all all the best things to do and all the things you need to know about here in Pittsburgh. Our goal is 65 people, and we are on pace, but we're also competing with Philly and Portland and Denver and Chicago. Y'all, please make us look good here. Again, that is membership.citycast.fm. We will be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. We'll talk to you soon.
Now, I'm excited to eat my way through the market per usual.